Going to the game, I'm going to be checking out the one-shot Aatrox build, as well as check out his new skin. In this matchup, we're currently up against Diana, and in an Aatrox vs Diana, this is an advantage for Aatrox because we have the much better team fighting with all of the DPS and resets that we have. The only way Diana wins the matchup if she's able to one-shot me in just one combo. The clear that I'm doing is a bot side clear into a flex, depending on what happens in the map. Looking at their lane, the easiest lane to gank would be the Baron lane. Since this is a Yone, this is something that we would want to exploit. When clearing with his skills, you don't have to do much. The most that you could do is hit your sweet spot so that you would be able to clear faster. You could also go with a auto animation cancel by just clicking your E. You don't want to use the directional button because it's gonna cause a small delay. As much as possible, always hit the sweet spot. And looking at their lineup, they're very squishy, which means that going for the one-shot build would be very good here. If we're able to get a takedown, instant reset, and we would be able to carry the team fight. Knowing that this is a Diana, it's quite safe for us to clear the jungle without any problems. Once you have your second skill, one tip that I could give you on clearing is go for first, second, and then auto, and then second again because the camp will be pulled, allowing you to hit both sweet spots. We try to look for a gank on the top side, but knowing that this is warded and Kennen is not in position to help, we'll just scare this Yone a bit so that he doesn't overextend. This skin though, the auto attacks look so wide, and this is something that's very interesting about this. It doesn't change anything, but the skills just look bigger, especially with the auto attacks and the sweet spots. Since we're able to get the Scud freely on the top side, this means that the Diana will definitely be at the bot side and they have to be careful. She just shows up. Galio is a bit low, but since they have no hard engage, Zeri, Soraka, it should be a bit hard for them to be able to dive our bot lane. Lux does a good job getting first blood mid despite the counter matchup and getting our ultimate. We look to see if we can gank the top side. Yone, half HP. Kennen can possibly go for an engage as well. I'm just waiting for the Yone to use the third skill. Pop our ult for the move speed. Make a mistake here. I was supposed to do W flash, but we kinda missed the timing and that caused Yone to be able to escape. At least we burned the flash, and Yone with no flash would be an easy kill, especially against a Kennen with ulti. We go back to base by our Gluttonous Greaves. We would want a lot of lifesteal since we're gonna be very squishy. Another kill on the bot side, which is good. Seeing that their jungler is there, I immediately rush down to help. Diana, being a bit greedy. Jhin, great flash. Seeing that she flashed, we could go for the punish, but I get snared by the Soraka, unable to chase the Diana. Very unfortunate. If I had flash, maybe I could have been able to take her down. It's fine. Looking at our comp, we have a strong 5v5 with Ken and Galio plus Lux ulti. And since they're very squishy, we would be able to instantly burst someone once they're crowd controlled. We go back to our own jungle. Red is up. You don't need to be super aggressive with Aatrox since you'd want to get your items. His auto attacks are just so wide in the skin as compared to his other skins. Look for an opportunity to gank. Yasuo's a bit overextended. Unlucky he sees me go inside the bush, so he plays it safe. It's fine. At least he goes for the long pathing. Scuttler is up in the top side. We want to take this. Very crucial. On the objectives, no contest. I have no idea where the Diana is. But with Yone, a bit overextended. Maybe we could go for the punish. As soon as he goes for a Q3, we know that we would win this. Their Diana is ready for a counter gank, but even with the exhaust, we're able to take down the Yone. And when it comes to the 2v2, we definitely have an advantage. Lux though dies in the mid lane. It's fine. We put their Diana low, and we wanna go for a recall since we're a bit low on HP. Diana has more HP. So we go back, buy our items, and look to see if we can go either for the Herald or the Dragon. I choose to go for the Dragon instead because Kennen has no ulti and perfect timing. Their bot lane is overextended. They didn't even need my help. They're able to get the double kill with ease. Perfect timing since without their bot lane, this should be a free Dragon for us. If I went for the Herald, it would be very risky since Lux was a bit late, and against a Yasuo, it's gonna be a bit hard. Yasuo, Yone, Diana combo. So we'll just stick with the safer play, get the Dragon for scaling, and then knowing that our Baron lane is gonna go down, we could try to catch someone in the bot lane. Unfortunately, I didn't have my ult yet. Zeri was able to jump away, and seeing that they're able to escape, we have no choice but to transition. Mid lane, we wanna take care of this Yasuo, but he's already a bit too far. Unfortunate. So we proceed to go to the bot side again, knowing that they're overextended. I know this is the perfect time to gank. Zeri might be able to jump. Yup. So we'll just go for this Soraka, get a kill, and it's very important that we're able to get kills early since we're building like an assassin Aatrox. We need to be able to snowball the game. Lux dies in the mid lane. I think she got ganked by the Yasuo Diana, but it's fine. What's important is that we're able to get our items and our team is not that behind. With all of our camps up, you always don't want to forget to farm this. Hit your sweet spots. You could use your auto attacks in between your first skill so that you would have a much healthier clear. My Ghost Blade is up. I could go back anytime to purchase this, but we want to be efficient with our clear, so we just want to clean this bot side before going back to base. Seeing the Diana bot side though, we know that we could go for an instant counter gank. Galio is also in position. Hopefully it's not warded here. If they don't react, it means that there's no ward. Jhin pushes the lane. Their Diana thinks that it's not warded, and Galio goes for the fake. We catch their jungler and immediately burst her down. I didn't even need to use my ultimate. Really good bait from my team. We see the Yasuo moving bot side, but it's already too late. So with everything done, we'll just go back to buy our Ghost Blade and then position ourselves to go for another gank. The next item that I get is Dusk Blade. This would give us a reset on our autos once we're able to get a takedown. It also increases our burst. That's why this would help us very much going for the one-shot build. Our bot lane overextends. They get immediately punished, giving a shutdown onto the Yasuo. Zeri getting a kill, and this is something that we don't want to happen. They have a strong late game with Yone, Yasuo, and Soraka, and here we look to punish them. Yasuo try to poke him a bit, but with Diana approaching, we have to play it a bit safe. I don't know what Kennen was doing. I thought he was going to go for ulti flash, and we would have gotten so much out of that. Diana rotating bot side, but with no help. There's no way that I could go for her, especially since my ultimate is on cooldown. The interesting thing about this build is that you have to play more of an assassin rather than someone who likes to go on the front lines. Usually when you're Aatrox, you always want to go in first, try to soak damage, but with this build, you have to do the opposite. Wait for someone to engage, whether it be your opponents or enemies, and then once they have no more skills, that's when you should go in. Bot lane, another fight happens, Diana goes down, and seeing that they have no more skills, this is the perfect opportunity to go in. Look at the Soraka HP, 466 on our damage, 500 onto the Zeri, and our autos are just destroying them. Another kill onto the Zeri. Yone is the only one left. I still have my EQ, and this is the power of going for the pure lethality Aatrox. Our base damage is just so high, and with good scaling on our Q, we can just pop them. Even though there's a tower, we know that we would be able to destroy this Yone. Instead of going for the Dusk Blade, I opted to switch away because of the fact that they have a lot of shielding in their team. What I mean here is usually my second item would be Dusk Blade, but this would depend on the enemy team ko. Seeing that they have Yasuo shield, plus Yone might go shield bow, as well as their Diana having shields, this would be a perfect opportunity to go with the Serpent's Fang. Our Lux dies again, we position ourselves, look to catch their jungler, force her flash, look at the damage, just 2 hits! Half HP, and once she goes down, we have to kite a bit. Since Yone deals a bit of damage, we get our lifesteal back because of our passive. Galio flashes in, but we're not in a position to fight. I'm waiting for my Q cooldown. Kennen goes in with her own ult. Position ourselves on the Yasuo. There's a world that I could burst him, but I just chose to play it safe, especially since we have a 6-0 score line. With 3 members down, I think this is the right decision. With this should open up the dragon, which is free for us to take. The only one that's missing is their jungler, but as soon as we see the Diana pretty far away, we should be able to clear this before she's able to arrive. We have our smite plus ulti, so we can go for another turn if needed. Wait for someone to overextend. I'm thinking about going for the Diana, but with Soraka here, we go for her instead. I get silenced, and perfect snare by the Jhin. 700 damage on my Q3 sweet spot, and we just pop the Soraka, get a reset. So even though we don't have much durability, we make up for it with our insane lifesteal and resets with the use of our passive and ulti. We go back to base. The next item that we want to get is Duskblade. Really good synergy with what we're doing, giving us more damage, and the Duskblade passive would increase our next auto attack and we'll get a reset on every kill. So if we're able to get a kill, we get a reset on our ulti as well as a reset on our Duskblade damage. That's why it's very crucial to go for Duskblade when going for the one-shot build. Our ultimate is up yet again. We want to go for the Soraka, but I made a small mistake. My Q didn't, or rather my E didn't go through. At least we forced the Soraka flash, and that's good enough for me, since this would mean that we would be able to easily kill the Soraka on the next team fight. Take note that I don't even have anti-healing. At this point, you don't need anti-healing yet because you just burst everyone in just one combo. Looking at their items though, if you notice, they have 2 shield bows with Zeri and Yone. That's why Serpent's Fang is such a good item this game. We just remove all of the extra durability that they can possibly have. We clear our bot side, then look for an opportunity to gank a lane. Yone overextended. But since this is warded, I have to play a bit safe. I don't know where they are. But as soon as my team arrives, we know that we could go for this. But unfortunately, Yone gets a great ulti. Combined with the Yasuo ulti, we just get bursted. Unfortunate. And as I said earlier, this is one of the weaknesses of this build. If you get caught, CC'd by Yasuo Yone, then you would just instantly get bursted down. I couldn't auto-attack to get back my HP, but looking at the result, 2 for 5 exchange. I'll take it. They used so much resources to be able to take me down. They forgot that my teammates also deal a good amount of damage. We could go for the end, but with the tower protection, we had to play it safe. We don't want them to be able to scale because their scaling is kind of strong compared to ours. If you look at our comp, we have a 0 scaling. The most that we could do is possibly a Kennen 5-man ult. The others though, we have no scaling items. Jhin with a collector plus Duskblade. And with what happened earlier, I just went and bought our stasis so that we have at least 1 defensive item. We go bot side with the scuttler up. We could go for the punish if Galio's able to taunt someone. And knowing that they have a nasty wombo combo, we have to play a bit safe. But of course, if there's an opportunity to strike, then it's something that we could take. Looking at the state of the game, we need Baron to be able to close this out. Perfect timing since there's a fight on the top side. I pop my ulti, look for the squishy target, which is the Soraka or even the Diana. Force her flash, and we want to take out their support, of course, to remove all of the healing. 700 damage on 1 auto attack. My Q3 could have popped the Yone, but he was able to dodge it, plus I got exhausted. Overall, we get a free 3 for none exchange. We have to play a bit safe though because we're low HP and anytime Yone can just swoop in to be able to get a kill. We're also getting poked by Zeri, so we just chose to play it safe, go back, but with Zeri, maybe someone that we could catch. And as soon as you use the E, she has no more escapes. 700 damage on 1 Q. She gets destroyed. And with that reset, we're now back to full. Now we're much more confident that we could take the Baron. Seeing that their Yone is also at the bot lane, we could definitely take this objective. They have no more poke. We use our smite and get the Baron Nashor. We go back to base, and this is the time that we're building some anti-healing. Executioner is now up. Mortal Reminder giving us armor penetration, anti-healing, and even crit, which is something that we could possibly proc if our auto attacks deal 600 damage. If we get a lucky crit, then we should be able to deal about 800, 900 on one auto. We see Diana out of position. We're quite fast with the ulti plus Ghost Blade. 1.2k damage with Baron buff. Q flash, 1.5k onto the Soraka. We just popped the Zeri. Yone, the only one left. Yasuo split pushing top. And with 3 members down, we could just go straight and end this game. This is the power of Aatrox. I didn't check how much AD that I had, but yeah, once you're able to get close to the squishy targets, then you could definitely just burst them in one combo. 93% Aatrox in Master Tier. We get MVP with a 10-1-8 scoreline. Props to my teammates for the CC that they also gave. 14k gold, 32k damage dealt. And looking at my runes, sudden impact dealing so much damage. And that is the potential of the Lethality Aatrox. I hope you guys enjoyed our video. That is it for me. Thanks for watching and peace out. Ciao, ciao. Bye.